So it used to be like this, and this will be the new position. Oh wow, even in fourth it pulls well. Hey there, fellows. Okay, so I've got me a couple of Lada engines, and the firing order is common knowledge. It's even written right there on the engine block, 1342. But we want to convert that to 1234, so that they'll be firing in sequence. Let's do this. Big thanks for your support, guys. Your likes, views, comments, and as a token of our appreciation, we've prepared an awesome surprise. We've collabed with a few professional artists and designers to make 6 posters depicting some of our most iconic builds. And we're giving you the opportunity to buy a digital copy of one of those posters. And at a bargain price, just $2 a piece. And if you order all 6 posters at once, the entire set is only going to cost you $10. After payment goes through, the posters will be emailed to you in high resolution. You can print them, hang them on your wall, or give them as a gift. By purchasing these posters, you will really help support our channel in these difficult times. The more of these posters we're able to sell, the more great content we'll be able to make for you in the future. So if you want to support our channel, go ahead and buy a digital download. Links in the description. We changed the firing order from 1432 to 1234. What'll happen? Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian.
Было так, а должно стать вот так.
So here's the situation. In order for us to mix up the firing order, we had to do a bit of work on the crankshaft. Here it is right here. Now, as you probably know, typically the Conrad journals for cylinder 2 and 3 would be in the down position together. But in our case, we sliced the crank, repositioned the pieces. 1 is down, 2 is up, or vice versa. 3 is on the up again. So basically, we got them staggered. And that's what we resorted to in the name of switching up the firing order. But we've already done such experimentation with crankshafts. In those situations, everything worked just fine, so we're good. This crankshaft has also been hacked and welded back together. It's already in the block. Now, the crankshaft mods are fairly straightforward. But we also had to modify the camshaft. We decided not to weld on any material, like we've done in the past on a few occasions. Instead, we've done some cutting, positioned the lobes in the way we wanted, welded everything back together, and we didn't fill them in all the way. You do have a bit of a surface, more than enough to ensure engine operation for a short period. We've dialed in the timing to the best of our knowledge and ability, and hopefully everything works. And so now let's assemble the engine and make an attempt at starting it. Let's carry on. So check this out. The engine is in place, we're looking good. We set up the firing order that we wanted, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the cylinders should be firing in sequence. We've roughly adjusted the timing, it's all good. The pistons and valves don't seem to be coming into contact. All of that is looking good, and so let's try this out. No use waiting, let's do this. Come on, show me some sign of... It ain't perfect, but it's running. Hold up, Sergey. We just need to replace the distributor, and we should be all good. Slightly shifted the timing, and we got it up and running. Yeah, let's go. That is one hell of a rumble. But that's because the cam is loose. We need to advance it some more. Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah, and it's running just fine, didn't take much at all. Yeah, this vibration is here to stay, though. You see, we've done all of that welding, and with the crank shuffled around, balance has left the chat. We didn't even try. We don't even have the equipment you would need to balance a crankshaft. We just eyeballed it, and it's looking all right. I do expect it to get better once it's warm. Switch it off for now. And here's what I think we should do. We haven't done any of the plumbing yet, as in the cooling is disconnected. And we don't want to overheat the engine, because I do want to drive around and see how it behaves. So let's finish assembly and head out to see what has changed in how the engine operates. We can already tell that changes have occurred. Anyway, final assembly, and let's head out. All right, we've got the cooling hooked up, we've added some coolant, it's all looking very good. Time to go do some testing. Starting the engine. It runs. Excellent. I do feel vibration. After all, we didn't do any balancing. Okay, well. Here we go. We're moving. Off to a good start. And here we go. So the car's moving with the 1, 2, 3, 4 firing order. Everything's just fine. If I'm being totally honest, I don't feel any dramatic changes. The only thing that's really off is the engine vibration. No, it would seem like we cocked up the ignition timing. Or maybe that's the carburetor. Or the engine hasn't quite warmed up yet. I guess I'll slowly drive back and forth and allow the engine to warm up. And that should lead to some positive developments. We got icicles falling. Okay, it's getting warmer. And that's happening fairly quickly. It feels like it might be getting flooded, but no surprises there. I can explain exactly why that's happening. But I'll save that for later, and we're moving.
ничем не хуже, чем...
Pulls just as good as the stock motor.
Но и не сказать,
I
что...
wouldn't say it's any better necessarily.
Не появило. Вот,
Yeah, you do hear popping sounds when letting off, but otherwise,
ну, не скажу, что ошибка какие-то...
I don't feel any meaningful changes,
Чувствуются, кроме как...
aside from the vibration.
Ну-ка. Вот прогрелся и все.
Alright, this is driving way better now that it's warm.
Ого. Нормально.
Nice.
Снизов?
You'd expect it to have more low-end torque,
Ну да, возможно.
and that actually might be the case.
На второй передаче
I almost come to a full stop in second,
нажимаю.
hammer down, and off we go.
Да, ну и слышно.
Though you can hear that.
Да, чё слышно?
No, wait, I take that back.
Слышно. В принципе, как
With the old firing order, it had 4 cylinders.
4. Так вот они
It still
4
does.
работают. Это просто я знаю,
I am, of course, aware that they're firing in sequence,
четвёртый, а
but if somebody were to get in who doesn't know,
никто об этом не знает.
I think they wouldn't even notice.
Догадался. Ну, едет довольно-таки.
Moving along quite nicely.
Что?
What's up? What's going on? Let's play with the ignition timing. I can hear it coughing.
Да. Но это, скорее всего, не...
Well, my guess is that's because of the valves.
Потому что
We did mix the
распределитель
camshaft
тоже
around.
перевёрнутый.
We couldn't have gotten the valve timing bang on. We roughed it out.
Я понимаю, что на
Well, yeah, I realize that.
И вот буквально там...
But if you miss by 3 or 4 degrees, that's a wrap.
Ну, давай.
Alright, let's give it a try.
Ух. Ой, даже...
Oh, wow, even in 4th it pulls well.
Нет, смотри, всё
Wow, you know what?
хорошо тянет.
This pulls great. I quite like it.
Ну, попробуем.
Let me try that again.
Так, ну, поехали.
Here we go. First,
Вторая.
second,
О, третья.
and third chugging along.
И четвертая.
4th.
И он едет, смотрите.
And it's even accelerating.
Ускоряется. Да
And the
еще
acceleration is
ускоряется.
impressive. Holy cow.
Нифига себе. Вот это да.
Isn't that something?
Очень прикольно.
This is neat.
Слушайте, не, ну от такого мотора...
You are not getting this from a factory engine.
А почему
Why
не
isn't this the
делать
industry
так?
standard firing order?
Оно и проще
Would have made
было.
things simpler,
Ставлю вторую,
put it in second,
и все, и...
and off we go.
А что произойдет, если...
What if I try third?
Ага,
Yeah, not happy in third.
тяжело.
It's struggling.
Поехали.
Oh, look at that, we're moving.
Ладно. Нифига себе.
Holy cow.
Простой
What we've got is a rudimentary, bare bones, and cheap engine.
двигатель. Это не
It's not a 1.6 or even a 1.5.
Вот так нифига.
Holy.
Ну, здорово получилось.
This turned out very nice indeed.
Ну что, смотрите, что
So check this out, guys. We've changed the firing order.
Вот работает действительно
The
просто
sequence is
первый,
simple,
второй,
1, 2, 3,
третий,
4.
четвертый. Вот
So that's what we did.
да, появилась
And yeah, there was some vibration, as we are running a re-welded crank.
завелся.
But the important thing is it started and the car drove.
Довольно-таки бодро.
And quite nicely at that.
Да, стоит,
Granted, engine operation is a bit unstable, also
отстреливает карбюратор.
there is the occasional backfire, but we did re-weld the cam,
А фаза смещения
changed the timing,
сделали просто меточку,
but we
смещали,
weren't
смещали,
particularly precise about it.
глаз. Где-то могли немножечко
In some spots we might have missed by a few degrees,
уже клапана
so the valve timing would be quite a bit different.
Но вот
But I thoroughly enjoyed driving around with this engine.
едет.
The acceleration, you don't even need first gear. Choose whichever you want, second, third, fourth. and say you're going around 25 kilometers an hour, you can punch it in fourth and off you go. It does cough initially, but then it hauls. Felt pretty strong. Also, anybody who has driven a manual transmission car knows that if you go for a higher gear too early, you get these sort of rocking motions, as the engine isn't high enough in the rev range and doesn't have enough torque. Not so much here. It just pulls. A bunch of people doubted that we could get this to work, that the car would actually drive. But it did, it drove, and that is great. And that's all I got for you guys. Watch us, subscribe, send in your suggestions, comment, give us a big thumbs up. And so, yeah, everything turned out great. This was a 107% success. I even know what we'll be doing next. We've gotten a few suggestions. We'll make it happen. That's it for this video. Catch you guys later.